Hi, welcome to my art table. In this video, I'm going to be putting some pockets using some of these materials into this art journal I recently made. But before I do that, I'm going to show you through the art journal a little bit to show you what I've done so far. This is my second handmade art journal, and I really love how it turned out. I love it so much. I used a brown paper gift bag, exactly like this one, to make the cover. And I got one of the little bookbinding kits. It came with, I think it's called a bone folder, this here. An awl that is for poking the holes in the spine. And it came with the waxed thread, which is very helpful. It's easier to thread it with the waxed thread. And it also came with some large needles, which I cannot find right now, but they're in there somewhere. Anyway, this was very helpful because the first art journal I made, which is this one right here, I did not have any of that stuff, but I had some upholstery thread, and my husband has a set of tiny little screwdrivers, and I was actually able to use one of his little tiny screwdrivers to poke holes in the spine, and that worked. It was a little difficult. The awl was much easier, but it worked. And I had leftover upholstery thread because one of my chairs had a hole in it, so that's what I actually used to bind this little journal. And it was a small piece of poster board for the cover of this one. I had so much fun making this and using it. It is full, as you can see. I totally finished this one. I want to do a flip through of it in a different video. I had a lot of fun working in here. The cover's kind of crazy. At the time, I did not have a lot of supplies, and I made this little journal all in one sitting. So by the time I was done, I was pretty tired, but I just wanted to finish it. So the cover's a little crazy, but not to talk bad on this little journal though, because I love it. I had so much fun in this little journal. And like I said, to make this one, I had the little kit, and it did make it a whole lot easier. The little kit was only like, I think it was like 8 something on Amazon. It was not bad, and it did make everything a whole lot easier. This journal has 3 signatures. If you don't know what a signature is, it's like the grouping of pages. So see, hopefully you can see, this one has like 3 groups of pages, and they're all separately sewn in. So those are the signatures. The other one had just one really fat signature, but this is the first time I put 3 signatures in, and I just really love how it turned out. After I prepped the gift bag for the cover, I actually covered the spine with some masking tape like this on the outside and the inside of the spine, because I thought that would make it stronger and sturdier. And then I actually used my ink sprays to color it. I used these 2. This is not its original bottle. This one was like Ink Magic brand or something like that. And this is the Distress brand. So I actually used these 2 ink sprays for the cover, for the spine. And I really loved how that turned out. And then that's also, I used both those same inks on the front cover and the back cover, and I used some stencils. And I just really liked the way it turned out. And I used just some gold washi tape here, here, and here, which I really, really like what that added to it. More of the gold washi tape here and here, and then some stickers. So that's my front and my spine and the back. And then on the inside so far, what I did was this here was a piece of scrapbook paper, and I cut it to size, and I glued it in to the inside of the front cover with the matte medium, because it's a very good glue. And then I put some more of the masking tape here just to kind of make it sturdy. And I'm going to be putting a pocket in here in this video. I made like a little title page. It just says Leah's Art Journal. I don't know if you can see that too well on the video. And then just some little cute little embellishment things, and little flowers that I made, and another sugar. And then on this page, this is my little, I like use this page to set an intention for this journal. It says, this journal is a dedicated, safe place for me to play, explore, and create. No pressure, just for the pure joy of it, just for the pure joy of creation. A place to express myself and feed my spirit. And it was, I started this journal July of 2025. That's when I started making it. And I used a gold pen, so you may not be able to really see the writing in the video, I'm not sure, but anyway, so that's what I got so far there. I did add a few things, and let's see. Well, that's my little fairy. I made her one day, and my little daughter was sweet. She's also artsy and a crafter, and she just had a birthday, and she saved her wrapping paper from her birthday because she was like, that's so pretty, I'm gonna make something with it. And when she saw I was making this little like paper doll, I told her, I'm gonna make it into a fairy, I'm gonna give it wings. And she said, oh, Mom, you should use my wrapping paper. I said, that is a good idea. So that it does make really pretty shiny fairy wings. So she's gonna live in this journal somewhere. She will be like, you know, the main focal point for a page, but that won't be today. I just got a little tag in here in one of my little, so this is one of the pockets. This is just a white envelope that I actually sewed in as one of the signatures, and it makes a little, makes one little pocket. And then let's see, I haven't done much in here. I'm planning on making more videos of working in this journal. And then I did this, so I actually started with this page. I was just in the mood to do a page, and I've been trying to practice drawing faces, so I got a little magical lady on this page. And then this part is actually another paper bag, a smaller one, like the little like lunch bag paper bags, and I actually sewed that in as one of the pages, you know, in this signature. So this is actually a paper bag, and it opens, so it's a pocket. And there's just like a little journal card I made a while back, so I stuck that in there. And then I just decorated, you know, the front part of the bag and the back side. So there's that page I've done. That's the only like page I've done. Other than that, I've just been working, I think, mostly on the cover and you know, the main foundation of the book. And then I'm gonna start just attacking all the pages. It's gonna be fun. This here, I just glued this onto the inside of the back cover. This was, I didn't originally make this for that. I need to glue it down better. I was playing around with some homemade ink sprays that I made with food coloring. I actually made a video, which I can put in the link to that video in the description of this one if you want to check out how I made these. But I made these little homemade ink sprays, and in the video, when I made them, I was kind of disappointed. I thought like they weren't gonna be that great, but I've actually played around with them and used them quite a bit since I made them. And that is how I made this. Basically, this is two different sprayed papers glued together. The back one's like pink and yellow, and then this one was just sprayed with the yellow, and then I just used watercolors to paint on the flower. And then this little heart was cut from this paper because it was much bigger, and put choose happy, which is what I'm doing when I work in my art journal, right? And I made that. I was like, oh, it's cute, what am I gonna do with it? And I realized it was the perfect size to fit on the back inside cover. So there's that. So that, I think, is everything that I've done with this so far. So in this video now, let's get to it. We're gonna make a few more pockets because it has a few pockets like I showed you, but not enough. And I might even make more another day, but for today I'm probably gonna do 3. If this video doesn't get too long, I'm gonna try to do 3. This is also part of the paper bag. That could make an interesting little tuck spot. I'll probably at some point like glue that down right there, and this could be a little tuck spot. So that'll be fun. But yes, so here we go. Let's get started on the pockets. So let's see. I was originally going to put this pocket in right here and, you know, decorate it some more. The funny story, I actually tried to make this video last night, and I started making this pocket, and my little camera mount, phone mount, because I'm using my phone to record this video, and I have a little mount that is clamped onto the desk next to me, and it wasn't secure, and it fell over on me, and I was just done. But anyway, today I had second thoughts about this one. I don't want to use this for right here. I will probably put this somewhere, but maybe not right now. I changed my mind. I decided to use this green paper instead to kind of tie it in with this little title page that I made. This is just, I cut this to size earlier. This is just a piece of colored printer paper, and I'm going to use it for right here. And then what's fun is these little bits were actually the edge piece on this piece of scrapbook paper. If you've ever used scrapbook paper, you'll know that a lot of times before you pull them out, they have like a little perforated edge where there's like a little trim on it. You can pull that off, and so I thought it'd be fun to use it on the pocket. So something like that. But first things first, so I already cut it to size. I just used this little paper cutter to get it nice and straight. So, but now I do need to glue the sides because I have not done that yet. And I think I'm going to use more of the matte medium. I'm just going to stick it right there. I have a brush that's kind of crunchy. You know what? I think instead of that, I'll just use my finger. This stuff is really good and sticky. Let's see, so for the other pockets, my plan was, this is like a little card that I got from Dollar Tree. There's a little pack of them, and I've decorated a few of them and given them to people, and they're so cute, but I was thinking what a great pocket it would be. What I think I want to do, maybe, is do a bit of collage like on here. I've got a book page. These were from, this is actually parts of an old calendar that was really pretty, so I saved it and then cut up a bunch of it. So let's see. I'm thinking, these little clothespins might, these little cute little clothespins might hold it in place with sticks good while it's drying. I don't remember where these came from, but they've come in useful lately. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. And now let's bring this guy back. Okay. Okay. I know this video is getting really long, so I think I'm going to stop at 2 pockets for today. Like I said, I'm going to make more videos working in this journal, so maybe I'll do some more pockets another time. But for now, I think it's best to get these glued in here. Let's insert the pockets. Okay. What I'm going to do is just cover the back with the matte medium. Okay, let's glue this baby down. Okay, and then I'm going to use my little clothespin trick again, I think. That way it really secures it down while it's drying. So there's that first little pocket. Alright, and then I believe it was this page where I wanted the other one, and it's dry now. Okay, so I think I've decided I want it here. So let's glue this pocket down. Okay. All right, there's one little pocket and 2 little pockets. Okay, so that's it for this video. The 2 pockets are finished. Like I said in the beginning, I was going to make 3, but the video is getting really long, so that'll be another day for the 3rd one. But here's the one in the front cover, or the back, the inside of the front cover, and and here is this one. I really like how this one turned out. I'll probably do something up here on this top part of the page. It's just white, but I like this one. Anyway, so yes, I will be adding some more pockets another time and making some more videos just working in this little journal and actually doing some, like journal spreads on the regular pages. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.